Hello, the Pioneer viewers. As you know, our agenda is the Russia-Ukraine war. New developments are taking place on the front line every day. We convey these developments to you in the fastest and most accurate way. The war process is a very difficult process for the states. After starting the war, a state must have a means to sustain it. The states that do not have these means have a very difficult time during the war process. In this respect, it is very important for political decision makers to produce realistic policies. This state must be able to maintain and renew its capabilities and power, and reinforcements must not be interrupted. It must have a solid logistic network, supply network, and industry. The armies of states that fail to meet these conditions will have to pay a heavy price during wartime. The Russian army has had and continue to have a very difficult time after the attempted invasion of Ukraine. With the Ukrainian army taking a counterattack position, Russian troops disintegrated. The successes of the Ukrainian army's counteroffensive has caused permanent damage to the Russian troop systems. The strategic offensive and operation organized by the Ukrainian army targeted the vulnerable points of the Russian system. As a result of these attacks, Russia's activities were disturbed on key days. While Russian troops fought Ukrainian offensives, they also suffered a disadvantage of the disturbed balances. The Ukrainian army seized the opportunity to prepare for the next operations and attacks. While one wing of the Ukrainian army focused on the counterattacks, the other wing focused on the defense. Recently, new weapons were announced by the Ukrainian army. This announcement was followed by a bigger development. The new statement of the Ukrainian authorities aroused great excitement. Now, if you're ready, let's examine the latest development together. A Ukrainian defense industry manufacturer announced the other day that domestically produced kamikaze drones are ready to be deployed in Kiev's fight against Russia. The drones, which have a maximum range of 1,000 kilometers, were produced with the help of foreign suppliers, according to a statement by Herman Smetany, general director of the Ukroprom, Ukrainian state-owned arm manufacturer. Ukroprom spokesperson Natalia Assad announcement in a social media post in June that a successful test had been conducted using a drone capable of reaching 1,000 kilometers. Asked for details about the weapons, Smetany said that they were being produced. In particular, he said that the work was being done with foreign partners and Ukrainian allies. He said that he would not say exactly where they were produced for the security reasons. He said that the most important thing is their flight to strike operations and the Ukrainian military's command of the vehicles. The newly produced drones appear to be the longest-range drones of the Ukraine's disposal. According to recent reports, in August, the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky announced that his country have deployed a weapon capable of hitting targets up to 700 kilometers away. This announcement was followed by a new good news that Ukraine has increased its range. Ukraine's military has relied heavily on its drones army in its 20-month war against Russia. According to the military reports, Kiev uses around 10,000 drones every month, including kamikaze drones, jump munitions, and reconnaissance drones. The Ukrainian military's success in using drones is a model for many other countries. The Ukrainian army has become one of the leading countries in drone technology. The use of drones, especially in offensive operations, has led to major changes in the rules of warfare. As Smetany said, the long-range vehicles produced by the Ukroprom are not like the Iranian Shahid drones that Moscow often deploys. However, he noted that other manufacturers are working to make such weapons. Smetany said that there are many state and private manufacturers in Ukraine. He said that similar and more powerful models of the Shahids are also in the Ukrainian army, but Iranian vehicles do not have long range. For this reason, he said, they focus on the production of the high performance and quality products. Russia, on the other hand, is struggling to keep up with its own demand for the arms supplies and has long relied on Iranian-made weapons to replenish its own stockpile. Moscow has also reportedly begun productions of a new naval training ship designed to tech pilots to intercept Ukrainian drones. Unsuccessful developments on the front line are promoting important innovations for Russia. The Russian army, which has started to lose its gains in the face of strong attacks by the Ukrainian army, is trying to take steps to solve the problem. It is stated that the Moscow administration is complaining about the situation and certain people have been dismissed. The intense and tense days in the Kremlin cause the authorities to have difficulty in finding solutions to the problems of the Russian army. As the Russian army continues to suffer casualties, it is also showing that it is struggling to keep up with the other flanks of the front. The situation that has emerged in the wake of the Ukrainian offensive is revealing the state of the Russian authorities. Russia's Black Sea Fleet is under constant pressure from the Ukrainian army, which has almost no naval forces. Ukraine has embarked on a broad strategy to demilitarize the Black Sea Fleet. Repeated naval successes have been backed by the sustained commando and the drone raid on Crimea, shattering Russia's defense networks on the occupied peninsula. Russia still has a conventional naval forces in the Black Sea, and its intermittent blockade of the Ukraine's southern ports remains an urgent problem for Kiev and its international agricultural customers. Still, Ukraine's strategy and offensive campaign limit Moscow's warship. Russian ships cannot come within 200 miles of the Ukrainian coastline, fearing attacks from the naval guns of the Neptune anti-ship missiles, which sank the Russian ship Moscow in April 2022. Ukraine's strategy and offensive network, built with limited means, has been successful. Reports have also suggested that Russia has moved some of its own most advanced assets from its main ports following the recent Ukrainian offensive, even moving some of the Sea of Azov. Attacks by the Ukrainian military have targeted expensive Russian systems, putting the Russian military in a difficult position. Having difficulty replacing the lost vehicles, Russia prefers to retreat. The Ukrainian army is also settling in areas where the Russian troops have withdrawn. Preparing for the upcoming winter conditions, both armies want to use their resources efficiently. According to the information we obtained from local sources, the Ukrainian army continues its preparations for winter attacks. It is not desired that there will be slowed down in the attacks in the winter month due to seasonal conditions. It is stated that the Ukrainian army wants to continue its counterattack uninterruptedly. For this reason, an intensive preparation process continues. What do you think about the new weapons of the Ukrainian army? Do you think the Ukrainian army can use drones effectively and efficiently? What do you think about the losses of the Russian army? What do you think could be the Russian authorities' solution to increasing losses? How do you think the offensives will be in winter conditions? We care about your opinion. Please share it with us.